facts. Like if I was going to change from eating conventional meat, I mean, we've talked about the ethical stand and the sustainable stand on it. What are the facts? Like why, on a health level, purely on a personal selfish level, why would I go from conventional meat to something that's organic?
So I'm just asking the questions for
everyone. She looked at me like, have I taught you nothing?
Interesting one.
I'm sure Holly has a lot to say on this as well, but what Mason just touched on in terms of because we have domesticised lots of animals, there is a process of that they're consuming a lot of chemicals, and it depends where they come from. Like there's farms that use lots of fertilisers in their grasses and then feed that to the animals, or they feed them grains which have been produced using chemicals, and all of that along the line, long generations of animals, like anything, it builds up and it builds up. So it comes back to knowing where your food comes from, picking the best, the most premium that you can, and having that, I guess. You can, from your experience, as soon as you cut meat away, you felt better, and you felt better about that choice. So feeling good not only about what you're eating, but the choices that you're making, and having that association of the two, I think, is really important.
I think for me, that's where being vegan is important, because, like vegans have said, it's not so. You can be healthy on any kind of diet, really. I mean, if you look throughout history, we've lived all over the planet as human beings, and we've thrived. Otherwise we wouldn't be all over the planet. So, it really does come back to a choice. But I think given the time we live in, we're not living in the Paleolithic era, we're not living, in Antarctica or, where we are right now, living in this westernized world, we can make better choices. So we can choose if we want, to eat a diet and live a lifestyle that's going to be better for the environment, it's going to be ethical. It's also going to be good for us, and good for other people. And so if you could make that choice, I mean, for me, it was a no-brainer. Why wouldn't I? And again, that's just strongly how I felt. Though it did take time, because I wasn't always like that. And I think a big part of it was as you become more educated and you learn more about where your food comes from, especially from that animal perspective, how they're treated, the impacts on the environment, that kind of thing. Things start to change, and for me, there was a shift in that consciousness, and it was like a point where I just couldn't turn back. It's like you took the blinkers off, and you can't put them back on again. So I'd just be kidding myself. So yeah.